back to its comfortable form, switching back and forth between left-handed and right-handed. Ray started exclusively left-handed and wasn't doing badly.
His former trainer, Dave Jacobs, did not like Lee constantly switching, felt that Lee should be strictly southpaw. He felt he has better balance from the other side. Combination again by Olajide.
Don Lee looks like he's on last legs. He's trying to retreat. His eyes are sort of glazed over.
Olajide getting in and then getting out, respecting that one-punch knockout power of Lee, although Lee is certainly suffering from the number of blows that he's been hit by Olajide.
Oh, I think he's got everything going against him. He's ring rusty. He took the fight on 2 weeks' notice. He lost weight, and he's in against a fighter of superior speed who is in the height of his ascending career.
Half-minute left in the 6th round. And Olajide still looking fresh in superb condition. And here's it from the crowd.
When Mazda asked me if I'd like to take some hot laps in one of their RX-7 race cars, they didn't have to ask twice. Whew, I'm telling you, nothing pours out power as smoothly as a rotary engine. It makes for a great race car and a great sports car. This RX-7 also has one of the most advanced suspension systems in the world. It loves to be driven hard. Check it out. But don't blame me if you start hating what you're driving now.
Want to take it out again, Mr. Garner?
Like I said, you don't have to ask me twice.
Mom, send $500 to him, or there won't be a honeymoon.
I'm calling about your son, Jerome, Medicine Money. He wants to go home. 早く送ってくれないか。スピード違反でパクられた。
To send someone money fast, come to Western Union. We'll make sure it gets to any of our 10,000 locations, usually in 15 minutes or less. Western Union, the fastest way to send money.
With the fight doctor, Ferdy Pacheco, this is Marv Albert from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Round 7, about scheduled for 10. Michael Olajide of the white, Don Lee in the black. Olajide, the one-time Canadian middleweight champion, won it back in April of '85, stopping Wayne Kaplan at 9, and then moved on to New York City, where he has been able to build his career. How about the fight doctor scorecard?
Quite unofficially, Michael Olajide 59, Don Lee 54. That, of course, based on that knockdown, gave him a 10-8 round. He is slowly but relentlessly pulling away from Don Lee so that he will need some big rounds to pull this fight out. And he's not getting them because of the motion and the freshness of Michael Olajide.
Olajide putting Lee down in round 5. Counter by Lee, encouraged his corner.
His corner keeps telling him to go to the body, to go to the body. Of course, the body is not there by the time he goes to it because this young man is moving today.
Midway through round 7.
Very, very little infighting. The referee, Vinny Renoni, has not had to work hard today. A clean fight. That mostly due to the speed and legs of Michael Olajide, whose motion just doesn't allow Don Lee to get close enough to grab him.
Renoni warning the fighters about using their heads. Oh, holding now, says Renoni.
Donnelly in his frustration was holding his neck, was holding Olajide's neck. Not legal.
Lee able to step it up in this round.
I'm 80 years old, and I love Kellogg's Frosted Flakes.
Brave adults are coming forward to challenge the notion that Frosted Flakes is just a kid's cereal.
I eat them, I love them, and I don't care who knows.
With that extra crunch and milk, that frosting just right, they have a taste adults can love every bit as much as kids.
Go ahead, Shirley. You can do it.
I love them, thank you.
What more can you say? Frosted Flakes have the taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
We're not a company, but no company has more pride in what they do, or more pride in how well they do it. We offer you a meaningful and fulfilling future, one that goes far beyond the ordinary, one that brings with it the respect and admiration of Americans everywhere. We're not a company, we're your country. We're the Air Force, the Marines, the Army, the Navy. We're the Armed Forces. It's a great place to start.
Round 8. Michael Olajide in the white. Don Lee in the black. Olajide ranked as high as number 4 by the IBF, number 5 by the WBA. And Don Lee also up in the rankings, although the inactivity has hurt him the last year and a half. Step back, both ways.
Olajide had some insight into his feeling about his modeling career when in the corner he just told his father, put some Vaseline on my pretty face.
Yeah. And now Olajide with a pretty combination.
He was told to step it up by his father. He said, you're punching one at a time, throw in combination, let's start getting ready to take this guy out of here. Right now, Don Lee is a thoroughly outclassed fighter. In the last 4 or 5 rounds, he has been outsped, outpunched, outthought, and he doesn't seem to know how to get to this young, flashing kid.
And not able to respond to the instructions from his corner, where they keep telling him to go to the body. He has not been able to catch Olajide.
Now, it's one of the hardest things to body punch with any kind of authority when your target is moving.
And Olajide continues to get the occasional jab in. Has a good jab, hand speed, foot movement. The Silk, Michael Olajide, a boxer who is trying to prove that he does have some punching power. He did knock Lee down back in the 5th round. A minute to go in round 8.
Whether this fight proves that he's got punching power, it does prove that he has some of the most beautiful moves going today in boxing. As a man that size, a middleweight with 6'1" size, he moves with great fluidity.
Combination finishing with the left hook, landed by Olajide. To this point, the southpaw style of Lee has not bothered Olajide at all. Another good hook from Olajide. Lee is hurt.
Madeline Kahn on having